G'day guys, what's cracking? To Aussie here again. So we're at Hungry Jack's and we're going to grab the Mega Jack and we're going to give it a crack. It has been out for a little while now, but we better grab it before it disappears. And I can't deny it, I got a bloke-sized hunger today, so hopefully this will hit the spot. My stomach was rumbling on the way here, maybe because I was just thinking about it so much. But please know, this thing is $13.65, so I want to be a decent burger for that price. I actually think that's a little bit outrageous, but we'll see what happens when we get it. If it's big enough, I'll be happy enough. But because it is a little bit expensive, and I know I said I had a bloke-sized hunger, but I reckon I'll just go with a small meal. Don't want to be too gluttonous, and the price gets a bit more outrageous if you go medium or large. So I'll circle back to you more with that side of things, the business end of things, the price and whatnot. But for now, that's what's on the agenda, the Mega Jack. And I'm going to head through the drive-through, grab the thing, and I'll circle back to you with more. And we'll check out, is this worth $13.65? I have my doubts. Let's get it. Okie dokie, time to get jiggy with it. We got the goods, babies. Quite weighty, so I'll give it that much. So like I said, we got a small meal. Got our chips. You know the deal. Gotta have a chip. Gotta have another one. I'm loving that seasoning. Totally on point. Hungry Jack's chips, most of the time, best in the business. I'm loving them. And the star of the show, OMB. It does feel quite weighty. Limited time offer. The old Mega Jack. You love to see it. And I know we're going to love to taste it. It's just like a bigger version of a Big Mac. And our little beverage, we went with a Coke. So $17.05 all up for the small meal. I'm loving these chips. But like I said, the burger, $13.65. It's one of those times you need a set of scales. Because it does feel, like I said, quite weighty. Well, yeah, baby. Yeah, I guess I just noticed as I opened that up, well, one of the biggest problems here is going to be, or the biggest problem is going to be that there's going to be a husky hit of bread in the middle too. So look at that. It's very thick, isn't it? Everything's quite thick as far as the bread goes. So $13.65 for quite a lot of bread. You don't love to see that. Now, what's on this thing? 2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, just like old Macca's. Although, flame grilled patty. Here's what it is. Sorry, Macca's. The only difference is flame grilled. Now, when I compared the Big Jack to the Big Mac, that's one thing I forgot to mention, that I could taste a little bit of that flame grilled taste. So, you do love to taste that. Now, I'm thinking how many slices of cheese are on this thing. I need to find out. I've got to do a thorough investigation. Because even though the Macca's one's gone, the Grand Big Mac, it did have 2. Have they got 2? It's hard to tell. It's a hot mess, isn't it? Anyway, folks, I reckon it's time to stop jabbering on. Time to whack it in me gob and see how it hits. Just feel like I'm holding a big bread roll. Let's do it. So on first bite, we could say second bite. I did have 2 bites of that. It's very dry, very bready, like I said. Heaps of bread. Not a fan of all that. So far, it's not really hitting in a good way. Unless I haven't hit the sauce, of course. I've given up on hitting the sauce, but I mean the sauce on this. Now, of course, it does taste like a Big Mac. It's got everything going for it. Bar one thing, not enough sauce. It needs double the sauce. And it's a bigger burger, so you'd think it'd have more on it. It does taste alright, just needs more sauce. Now in some ways I am going to compare the pair, even though the Grand Big Mac is gone. I reckon this is bigger, it is grander, it is more mega. Can taste that flame grill, so there is a slight difference in taste from what I remember. And of course the Grand Big Mac was just a bigger version of the Big Mac. This, like I said, needs more sauce, but the other thing about when there isn't so much sauce, it might be a bit dry, but you can taste the cheese, you can taste the flame grilledness more. So I do think that's pretty good, but still would have rathered a bit more sauce, just because it's a bit dry. It's going again. Loving that pickly taste on all these things. Big Jack, Big Mac, Mega, Grand, even Junior. Loving that pickle taste. That's what makes these things. Gives it that totally eats our taste. I'm starting to get more used to it now. I'm starting to like it more. Maybe it doesn't need as much sauce as I thought. It is pretty good. I'm liking it. Now, the price was a lot different too. This is around a bit more than $3 more than the Grand Big Mac was. But I do reckon that's a bigger burger. So, for that reason, for $13.65, I'm going to give it a 3 3/4 stars out of 5 for value and for taste. It's growing on me the more I eat it. Loving the pickles, the flame grill taste. I can taste the cheese, which is one good thing about not having sauce. You can taste more of the ingredients or extra sauce. I'll probably give it about a 4 1/4 stars out of 5 for taste. Not a bad burger. So if you're willing to pay the price and you like your Big Macs, I don't reckon you'll mind that one if you're willing to give it a crack. Pretty decent burger. I guess there is one good thing about it not having so much sauce, because it's doing it a little bit. It tends to not slide away everywhere. It's not like a super spreader. It's not too hard to handle. I've got to go in for one more bite. It's starting to get a bit more juicy in the middle, I reckon. And having said all that, let me say this. I'm getting a bit of a bloke-sized thirst now. And today's beveragino is just a small Coke. Nothing too schmancy. But just to help wash this down, like I said, it's a little bit dry, but it does taste good. Na zdrowie. That's better. So I reckon for $17.05 all up, the small meal, the whole kit and caboodle, sips, beveragino, I don't reckon we've done too bad. This thing was a pretty decent size. Could have been better, but probably could have been worse too. Chips are on point. I am totally enjoying them. And for small chips, it's a pretty decent amount. The tide was definitely not out on that lot. Struggle is real to get it down. It's a little bit dry, like I said. So guys, that's your Mega Jack done and dusted. One more squirt of sauce and I reckon I would have been a much happier little chappy, but it didn't taste too bad and it is good with that flame grill taste. So folks, it's time for me to vamoose. I'm out of here. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and remember, you can never be too Aussie. Hooroo! Stay fresh and let me know if you've tried the Mega Jack. And in the comments, share your thoughts. Let us know what you think. Adios.